Good evening, everyone, and happy Sunday. This is Charles, your host of the Detroit Metro Plug podcast. Welcome to episode number 48. That's right, episode 48. We're two episodes away from episode 50. So that means that we have the opportunity to interview 48 individuals from the Detroit metro area, difference makers in the area of entrepreneurship and community involvement. They shared their story, their journey, the things they're doing as far as in community leadership, the things they're doing as far as entrepreneurship. So we're excited about that. So happy Sunday to everyone. Thank you for those who are joining live with us. Those who are joining live on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So I want to thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy Sunday. We're here in Detroit, Michigan, where the weather is it's a nice fall day. The sun is out. The trees are changing colors. The leaves are falling. We're in October. People are starting to get ready for Halloween if you're into that. Some people celebrate Harvest Fest. So just welcome, welcome. If you're watching live, I want to encourage you to like and follow our page and to share with friends and family. Share with friends and family. So I'm excited about our guests uh, today. Um, let me. So I'm going to do a little introduction. This is a little profile picture. So our guest, I'm excited because she's a young Detroiter from the west side of Detroit, and she's going to talk about how she's built a cookie business. She's in the process of building a cookie business. Her items are at different stores, restaurants in the Detroit area. And she's going to talk about how she has some challenges in her life and how she turned things around. And she is building a cookie empire. She's building a cookie empire. So, our next guest, we want to welcome to the podcast, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Nicole Wilson.
Hello. Hi, Mr. McKay. How are you?
I'm doing well. So you go by Nicole, Cole, Nikki, or what do you prefer?
Either or. My
Okay.
Facebook name is Coleslaw, so people been calling me that lately. It's like a play on Nicole, but
Right.
um, either or.
Okay. Okay. So,
They call me Musa up here. I'm sorry, at the Pasta Bowl.
what they call you?
Musa at the Pasta
Musa?
Bowl. It's a
Okay.
childhood name. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay. So what we like to do, I'm gonna go into some questions about your business, but if you can just give us a little introduction, tell us a little about yourself, where you're from, who you're with, and we'll go into some more questions.
okay. So I'm from Detroit. I've lived all over southeastern Michigan. So I went to school at Belleville High School. I went to Oak Park High. I went to Romulus Middle School, but I eventually ended up back here in Detroit. And this is where I've been. This is where I operate my business. This is a family restaurant. So my cousin, I call her my sister, but her name is Mashia. We've been here for 7 years on the corner of 6 Mile and Lindsay. And I've been building my business from here for the past 7 years, off and on, but as of recently, it's on and like taking off. So yeah, I kind of just hopped back into the scene and went full retail, and it's been just really, really taking off since then. We had a restaurant down the street on Grand River and Lindsay called It's a Wrap, which we no longer own that building, but that's where I was really able to, sorry, that's where I was really able to like actually have my own bakery space and try things out and, decide to just kind of take cookies and go crazy with it. And yeah, I'm nervous, so I'm I'm not really used to kind of speaking about it, but it's been really, really crazy. So I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be talking with everybody. everyone. And yeah, what questions do you have for me?
All right. So thank you for that introduction. So you pretty much grew up on the west side, right?
Yeah,
And you said you went to Romulus High School?
I went to Romulus Middle School. I
Oh,
lived
Romulus
out
Middle School. Okay.
for like 4 years. Yeah, I lived in various spots, like
Right.
various cities for like 4 years at a time. But
Okay.
eventually we moved back home to Detroit. So
Okay.
that's kind of where everybody like originates and they branch out.
Right. Right.
Um,
Right.
and Audrey Street is the actual street that I grew up on.
Yeah.
So that's what inspired my business name. And every time I would like reach a point in life where I needed to come back home and reset, it's
Right.
like I'd end up back on Audrey Street. So, and my
Okay.
mom kind of said the same thing. She jokes about always being on Audrey Street. So that's
Okay.
what inspiration came
Where exactly is Audrey Street? Is it what part of the west side is that?
from. It's I believe it's the northwest
Northwest?
area, or what they consider like when I DoorDash they call it the University District.
University District. Okay. Okay, that's dope. All right, so let's get into your journey with this whole business. So, what was going on before you launched this business to get you inspired?
For high school, I've always been like doing this. Even when I wasn't based, I always was based out of my cousin's restaurant, but for the most part, I used to kind of like do it out of my apartment. This would be like
Okay.
5 years ago. Everybody kind of starts in their home when they're, coming up with the business, and I just so happened to have this medium of a restaurant, so I was able to quickly transition.
Okay.
But I had various it was called Sugar by Nikki at first.
Okay.
I always made cookies just straight out of high school. I'd be making cookies in college.
Hmm.
I would just always do it as a hustle, and I never really took it serious as a business until
Right.
about 3 years ago.
Okay.
But I always, even despite having jobs, I would work at a plant. I'd still be baking cookies and bringing them to the plant.
Bring them to the
Or
plant. Okay.
yeah, just I would always talk about it, and
Okay.
people would be like,
Okay.
"Oh, well, bake some." I'm like, "Okay," but at the time, it wasn't a full time
so
business.
how so how did you get your start in baking? Was you inspired by a relative, or somebody bought you a baking play set or something as a kid, or your
Yeah,
mom?
my mom bought me a book, the Mrs. Fields cookie book,
Okay.
and I was like 8 years old, and she's like, "Well, just make something out of here." And I'm like, "Okay,"
Yeah.
and it kind of just went from there. I just kept doing it over and over and over,
Hmm.
um, and over the years, I'd bring cookies to like family functions, and
Okay.
or I just come and give them to people. And then my dad started taking them to work. He worked at Ford Motor Company,
Right. Right.
bring them to work, and
Yeah.
had like growing up, we had big houses, so we had big kitchens, and I would always be in the kitchen and always just make cookies. It just became an obsession, and I always liked cookies. I guess that's where it comes from.
Okay. All
So
right.
it
All
was.
right.
I wanted to really, really have a good cookie every time
Hmm.
I would make, the cookies. So I would just find ways to make them better and better over the course of 20 years.
Okay.
So,
All right. So you got your start. Your mom got you started. Bought you a book. You started baking. You were sharing with friends and family. Your dad was taking it to the plant. Now, do you have a special way that makes your cookies so special and different? Um,
yeah, I have a special way. It's a secret. I can't tell. It's nothing serious, really. It's something that I'm surprised that, you know, nobody's really done it.
Right.
But I
Right.
just
Right.
take extra steps with my ingredients,
Okay.
and it's like a certain quality that I have.
Right. Right.
I will say this: I make my brown sugar. That's the one secret I'm going to give away.
You make your
And
own brown sugar.
yeah, I do.
Wow.
And that's
Wow.
the way because I suggest more people do that. But my theory is that when you buy brown sugar, on the shelves at stores. It's
Hmm.
already open to me.
Oh, okay.
I can get the sugar and the molasses, and I mix
Okay.
it together. So
Oh, so you make your own brown sugar instead of okay. That's
yeah,
one
you can
giveaway.
buy the molasses and then mix it together. I mean, it's so simple, and most people don't want to go out of their way to do that.
Right.
But that's one of the steps that I take to
Hmm.
ensure that I have a really, really good quality.
Okay.
Um, and people can tell. They're like, oh, what is this? You know.
Right. That little extra step. So, how did you sharpen your baking skill? Did you go? I don't know. Did you go to school to become a pastry chef, or is it something trial and error, or something you experiment at home?
It's trial and error. Sorry, I'm checking my letter. Okay. It's trial and error.
Hmm.
I went to Western for like 2 years, and
Okay.
I had culinary classes. I ended up dropping out. I would keep going to school, dropping out, going to school, dropping out.
Right.
I would always make cookies.
Hmm.
So it just was an obsession. It still is an obsession, but I would just keep trying stuff.
Right.
Just try it. And when you do it over and over and over for years and years and years, you just become really good at it.
Okay. All right. Trial and error, trying different stuff. You make a lot of your stuff from scratch. So, um, how did you get into? You're at a couple of locations. How did that process begin?
So thank you. So I just decided to take a chance, and I'm already making them in a restaurant. So I said, well, why not just sell them in gas stations? It just made sense. I saw a market,
Right.
so I kind of jumped in. I
Okay.
mean, they got cookies. There's cookie stores popping up all over the place.
Right.
So there's obviously a market for
Right.
that, and I love insomnia. I used to say, hey, they should have insomnia here in Detroit. I used to always wonder why wasn't there insomnia in Detroit. There was one in Kalamazoo when I went to Western, and the nearest one was Ann Arbor at the time.
Right.
Um, I just felt like the cookie market kind of just grew up over the past few years,
Yeah.
and I can't afford a store, but I'm in the store, so why not
Right.
find it to infiltrate in a way,
Okay.
be able to get my stuff out there
Okay.
instead of mainly doing personal orders, which I have
Mm.
I still love my personal orders and my customers, but it started
Okay.
to wear on me when it would become such a large quantity of people ordering.
Right.
Everybody has their specific things they want, and it's just I'm one
Right.
person. I'm like, this is much easier. It's a much easier way for me to get my product to people. So they can just go, anytime they want, they can just go to the gas station.
So how many locations are you at right now?
Um, I think right now it's six,
Six. Okay.
6 or 7. I gotta go home and like do that
Right.
paperwork, just paperwork. But I'm hoping to be 10 by the end of the year.
Okay.
I'm hoping to be 10, and then eventually I want to get up to like maybe 20 something.
20. Okay. 20 locations.
My goal is to really get into a big chain.
Okay.
So I want to have a cap at a certain amount of gas stations, and then I want to get into like, maybe BJ's, Wholesale, or Kroger.
Right.
And then eventually I want my own store.
So now you do right now you just primary bake at mass production at your you call it your sister, I think, at her place. Is that where you bake
Yeah,
them at? Possible. Now, what is the most requested? Like, I know you have different. Describe the different kinds you have available, and what's the
so,
most popular one?
well, chocolate chip is always the most popular one.
Right.
Um, the strawberry shortcake is really popular.
Okay.
Um, cookies and cream is popular. Right now, I'm doing Halloween flavors, so I'm doing cookies and cream and orange cream pickles.
Wow.
So this is like my first. I just quit my job. I know it's
Wow.
kind of random, but I just quit my job maybe 3 months ago. So this is my first time really being able to do certain flavors for certain holidays and just do the
Right, right.
seasonal.
Hmm.
And it's really cool. Like I said, right now I'm doing orange creamsicle for Juneteenth. I did red velvet cheesecake.
Yes.
That was during the time that there was a whole Walmart thing. Did you hear about that? When they had those flavors, those Juneteenth flavors, and everybody got mad. Well, anyway, and that was really good. That was the first time
Okay.
I did.
Okay.
Um, I did a fried chicken cookie.
A fried chicken cookie?
Yeah, that was. It was interesting, and believe it or not, it's called the Little Phoenix. There's like an ancient Mandarin story that
Right.
goes. So I've just been trying all types of stuff I've never tried before.
Okay. Okay.
Everything is just amazing. Everything is great.
Yeah. So that's awesome. So you have all kind of different flavors. You make different um, varieties for the season, for like Halloween and stuff like that. I think that's dope. And so I want to show a video of one of your locations at the Pasta Bowl. Can we do that now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right, folks. Here's one of her locations. We made a short video. She kind of gave us a little tour.
My name is Nicole Wilson. I'm the owner of Audrey Street Cookie Company, and this is the Pasta Bowl where I sell my cookies, and we're gonna take a quick tour of the inside. This is Phoenix, everybody. Say hi. Okay. Yes, this is the Pasta Bowl. This is where all the magic happens. This is my big cousin, Mashia Glenn's restaurant. So that's the beautiful owner right over there. These are all of our dishes. All of our dishes are based on family members and friends. It's basically hood Italian. So we make rice dishes, pasta dishes, and whatnot. Mashia inspired me to start my cookie business. She inspired me to start my cookie business, and I lease a space back here. And me and Phoenix make cookies all day. So this is our lovely cashier, Winter. Areas. This is our staff. They're great people. They help our place run smoothly. I normally have cookies in the window, but I sold out, so that's a good problem to have. I wish I had some footage for you guys being in the window. Find me on DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub. I'm in various locations, various gas stations. I'm in the mini mart down the street. ASTcookies.square.site. You can put a personal order and pick it up here on Sundays. And I'm hoping to be in stores soon. So Meijer, Sam's Club, Walmart, who knows?
All right. So those who are just joining us, we just showed a video of Nicole Wilson, one of her locations at the Pasta Bowl on Detroit on 6 Mile, not too far from Southfield. She has her cookies there. And the day that I was able to film, they sold out. So that lets you know how good the cookies are. So as we kind of wrap things up, I wanted to go into you said in the video you have the locations, but you do personal. Do you still do personal orders, or how does that work?
Yeah, I still do personal orders. Yeah, if you go on the website, then you'll be able to place one, and then you can pick it up here on Sunday. I think it has Saturday and Sunday as an option, but I prefer Sunday.
Okay.
That's much easier.
Do you mind sharing how people can the website and how people can get in touch with you, or at least how can they get access to it? What's your social media handles? What best way?
My social media, Instagram, You can find me at AST Cookies. Facebook, Audrey Street Cookie Company. That's AUDREYST Cookie Company. And my website is astcookies.square.site.
Okay.
So astcookies.square.site. You can go on there, and then all the flavors that I have are just listed right on the front of the page. So it's really easy. And you can come here and pick them up between 12 and 6:30. So we close at 6:30 Wednesday.
Okay, good. We have a comment. Somebody's watching live. They said, yes, they'll be checking you out soon to get some of your cookies. So, yes. All right. Okay, so you have the websites. Folks who are watching live and on the playback will be on YouTube. So check out her websites. You can find her on Instagram. We also have someone says, congratulations, Queen. Your limit is beyond the sky. So another comment there.
Thank you so much for interviewing me.
Yeah.
I'm really shy, but I really want to work on, just speaking about my business, speaking life into it.
Right.
Because it's really a big thing going on, and I want to be up there, better made tips and
right. You can do it. So as we wrap up, a few more questions. Any announcements or anything you want to share with our audience before we wrap things up?
I don't have any announcements. I'm just gonna keep popping up at different gas stations and probably one near you. And I'm just gonna keep doing that until I'm gonna get a store somehow someday. But when that becomes into the works, then I'll announce that.
Okay. Well,
that happens.
What would you say is the best word or phrase to describe the way you do business and how you're different from other cookie companies?
How I'm different? I'm the best.
All right, you're the best.
I am. I'm the best. I feel like I'm Detroit bred.
Right.
I'm completely Detroit bred, and I have a lot to share with people, and I put a lot of love into my product, and I have a really good story behind my product, and it's homegrown, and you can taste that just with every cookie. And then I'm bringing my daughter into it as well.
Right.
It's a family thing. My parents are involved. Everybody's involved. And I'm the best.
You're the best.
I'm next. So.
Yeah. In the words of DJ Khaled, you the best. You're the best. Okay. So share. I don't know if everybody may have caught it the first time. So share. You're mainly at the Pasta Bowl. Your cookies are mainly there. Or
at the Pasta Bowl, it's more so like I have them. I might put them in the window sometimes. You can really call and place an order.
Okay.
But for the most part, I stock the location.
Okay.
Or you can place an order through my website.
Give us 2 other locations we can go, because I want to get those chocolate chip cookies and those cheesecake.
The Mini Mart, 6 Mile in Rutherford, Mini Mart Specialty Meat. The BP on 12 Mile and Telegraph. I just stopped in today.
Oh, really? 12 Mile Telegraph. Okay.
I stopped in the Mini Mart earlier today.
I'm gonna have to check. I'm close to there. I'm not far from there.
Hey, near you. Yep. The 8 Mile Southfield. I mean, the Exxon on Southfield and 8 Mile.
Okay.
They get the giant cookies. The BP on 8 and Coolidge. The Mobile on 9 and Coolidge. And that's it right now so far.
All right.
So
All right.
Gonna get like maybe 2 more locations.
Okay.
That's pending.
Okay.
So stay tuned for that.
All right. So I'm definitely. You said you stocked the one on Telegraph and 12 Mile today.
Yes, the Cloverleaf BP. They just got over 100 cookies. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's the one over. I'm not to advertise Chick-fil-A or whatever, but that's over there near the Chick-fil-A that
Yeah,
just
the
opened.
Chick-fil-A. I used to work at that Lowe's over there. I was
Oh,
in the
okay. Okay.
that's one of my last jobs
All right.
before I became a full-time baker. But yep,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
just
yeah,
want to
yeah.
hold. So
So that's a good spot because that gas station is very busy. Yeah, it's
that
like
was my
it's
first
like
account.
right.
That was my
Somebody
first account. I brought some samples for a year.
okay. Somebody asked a quick question as we wrap up. How do you pitch to vendors to get your product sold there?
Um, well, really, so I just go in and introduce myself, and I scope out the gas station. So I just kind of see what's going on. Really, I have an idea of how it is when I pull up. I like for there to be well lit, a lot of traffic.
Right, right.
And I just go in and, I just introduce myself. I'm like, hey, I have a really good product. Can I bring you some samples?
Okay.
And then nobody says no.
Wow, they so good they can't say no. They the best.
Well, they don't believe me at first. They just think I'm just some little, girl. Okay, and then they taste them, and it's like, oh,
Right.
and then, boom, I got an account. It's kind of,
Right.
but I also have like the professionalism.
Right.
Sorry, it's my.
It's okay. It's okay. I met Phoenix, so she's cool.
Yeah, everybody knows how she does her thing. But it's not just the cookies; it's the business module that I have, and
Right.
I have the sales to back it.
Right.
So yeah, it kind of just sold from there. And it's local. It's a local brand, and people believe in me, and the quality is consistent.
Right.
Versus
Right.
a lot of these gas stations, they get cookies from from Illinois or they're outsourcing.
So you're local. All right. Well, I'm definitely going that Telegraph and 12 Mile. Definitely going to get there, try your cookies. She also has them on the Mini Mart on 6 Mile. And also the Pasta Bowl and other places. So, and I'll have in the description for the replay your website and everything. One last question. Somebody asked, do you comment was let me see here.
Eggless.
Yeah, do you sell eggless cookies?
Yes, so I have a really good vegan cookie.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah, there's no dairy in it. So
okay.
I'm working on more vegan flavors.
Where can they get the vegan cookies at? Are they at the gas station, your other locations as well, or?
That's a good question. So I want to start doing the vegan. I want to sell the vegan cookies in like I'm thinking maybe Ferndale, Royal Oak, and then downtown.
Okay.
That's gonna be like a specialty thing for those specialty areas that really.
Right. That makes sense, right?
Yeah, I love frequent Royal Oak and Ferndale when I'm looking for really good vegan options, and downtown Detroit. So I was already thinking about that. But at the moment, you just have to order those through me.
Okay. So order those direct to you until you have a location. But you do have that available, vegan cookies or eggless cookies. Okay.
In the next 2 months,
okay.
I'll have specific gas stations that'll just do vegan cookies.
Okay.
My vegan flavors. Yeah. Stay tuned for that too.
Yeah. So I definitely appreciate you for coming on. This platform is about sharing what people are doing in Detroit, particular entrepreneurs. So you definitely are a difference maker because you're taking a chance on yourself. You believe in yourself. You have the support of your family and friends, and you're going out there and you're doing it. And then this platform is to celebrate you and say, hey, we thank you for what you're doing. Hopefully people watching this will support you, buy your stuff, and we're looking forward for bigger. We believe big things for you. So I just want to celebrate you and thank you for being on this platform and sharing your story.
Thank you.
Yep. All right. So, yep, you're welcome. So that wraps it up. I want to thank everybody who been watching this live. I want to thank you for those who joined us on YouTube, on Facebook, and LinkedIn, and for those who are watching on the replay. So we're going to have in the description in our YouTube how you can connect with Audrey Street Cookie Company, how you can connect with Nicole Wilson, and how you can get those delicious cookies. She shared her location, so want to encourage everybody to support. And so with that, I'm going to close. Just a quick announcement. We're going to close here. 1 second. Bye. We're going to close with a closing announcement. And thanks again for viewing this podcast. Hey, everyone. This is Charles with Detroit Metro Plug Podcast. If you are finding value in today's video, I invite you to subscribe, like, and comment. We would love to hear your feedback. And don't forget to click on that notification bell so you can be notified when we have upcoming episodes of difference makers in the area of entrepreneurship and community involvement. If you're interested in being a part of our Facebook networking community, I invite you to click on the link to be a part of that community. This is a place where you can network with like-minded people and a chance to share about your product or service. If you're interested in working with me directly on how you can share your story with video or with podcasting, you can email me direct at DetroitMetroPlug313@gmail.com. Thanks again, and let's get back to this interview. All right, so thanks again for those who view this podcast. If you find value, I want to encourage you to like and subscribe. Two quick announcements. For the month of October, Detroit Metro Plug Podcast, we're hosting our fall networking event. Details to come. It'll be at Marygrove College on October the 30th on a Sunday from 2 to 3. This is our fall business networking meetup. So if you're a new entrepreneur, 5 years or less, you're looking to increase your reach and to expand your brand visibility, I encourage you to come out to that event. Also, more details. We're doing a fall drive. The podcast has adopted a first grade class at a school in Detroit, a first grade class in a school in Detroit, and they have a wish list of supplies, and we're going to be doing a fall drive, supply drive to support this classroom that our podcasts have adopted, and we're going to have a drop off at a local restaurant called Demi's where you can drop off the school supplies. You're going to hear more details in the coming episodes, and I'll be posting on social media. So thanks again for tuning in, and everyone have a good evening.